Time for English as a Second Language news.
Good evening. I am Svetlana.
And I am Heike Florgenputz.
I am Heike Florgenputz.
And I'm Svetlana.
Our top story: the terrible flu bug is sweeping country. Today, Wayne Gretzky was so sick, he actually had to take Tylenol. In an attempt to win support for his party, Preston Manning has called on Ontario taxpayers to contact him with their concerns about their pension. His email address is I could be out of work soon and need advice on a goodpensionplan.com. A supervisor at Pearson Airport has been allegedly running a drug smuggling ring. Officials first became suspicious when some arrivals were designated non-snorting flights. More news after this commercial message from Svetlana.
ESL News is brought to you by Cocoa Puff Daddies. They go snap, crackle, bang!
Soccer star Maradona has decided to come to Canada for drug treatment. But when he showed up at a Toronto hospital emergency room, he was immediately redirected to Cuba. Scientists at a Canadian university are testing new potency drug on mice.
And the results are so promising, Stuart Little is now referred to as Stuart Big.
Olympic athlete Miriam Bedard is suing Wrigley Chewing Gum Company because they used a photo of her without permission and altered it to make her look like a man. Here with his commentary is Stavros, the espresso-drinking Greek.
The Wrigley Company used Miriam Bedard's picture without her permission, and they altered her to look like a man! A man! Crazy, crazy! It is wrong, very bad! She was offended to be portrayed as a man, and if that's not bad enough, the gum was juicy fruit! Very bad, crazy, crazy, crazy! It is a big mistake! Big mistake! How can they make such a mistake? Wrigley got confused because the event is called biathlon, not heteroathlon. It is big mistake, very big. What were they thinking? Plus, it is a very bad idea to upset anyone who is trained to use a gun. Big, crazy. Stavros, espresso drinking Greek.
Stavros has got to look into decaf. In Yakima, Washington, a 54-year-old grandmother has given birth to triplets. News of events prompted this response from the White House.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
And that's the news. Bye-bye.
The Nation's Business, a free-time political broadcast because we couldn't get a Craftmatic bed infomercial to fill the time. Tonight, on behalf of the Liberal Party, the only cabinet minister named Lyle.
Our government has been accused of not totally understanding the plight of our farmers. Not true. We fully realize the consequences of having no farmers. It would mean Canadians could only get their food at supermarkets. We admit Canadian farmers have had a rough time of it. Not only are they coping with rising production costs and falling world prices, but on January 16th, they had to endure a Ronnie Hawkins Farm Aid concert. Over the next 2 years, Ottawa is prepared to pony up $1 billion to cash-crunched farmers. Sheila Copps has suggested distributing the money via a TV game show. Who wants to be a farmer? Prairie grain farmers complain they face the worst crisis since the Depression. You want to talk about depression? Try going through a caucus meeting sitting between Herb Dollawall and Art Eggleton. In Manitoba, Premier Gary Dewar was pleased Ottawa would fund 60% of the bailout for farmers. He said his province is more than willing to pay the other 40%, provided the federal government will loan it to them. In Alberta, Premier Ralph Klein said, well, he didn't say anything. He just sat there with a glazed look, then ordered another round. As Agriculture Minister, I believe $1 billion will help a lot. The difficulty comes in the allocation of this money. We can take 2 farmers and give them $500 million apiece. Or we can take 4 farmers and give them $250 million each. Or we can take every single farmer in the entire country and give them $7.96. So in conclusion, the farm situation is not that bad. If most farmers simply sold their tractors, cashed in their savings, took out a 3rd mortgage on their silos, subdivided their property, and sold all their worldly possessions, they could almost get up to the poverty level. So farmers, no matter how bad things seem today, there's always tomorrow.
This has been the Nation Business.
Farm Fresh.
Dr. Davis, telephone, please. Dr. Davis, telephone, please.
Nurse,
Yes, sir.
I know all about the overcrowding in hospital emergency rooms, but I need help.
Well, not to worry, sir. That overcrowding stuff has been blown way out of proportion by the media. What seems to be the problem?
I've got these severe chest pains.
Did you eat in our cafeteria? That rules out food poisoning. We better get a doctor to look at you as soon as possible.
You're not going to turn me away?
Absolutely not. We are here to serve the public.
Oh, I'm starting to feel better already.
Here, you take this number, have a seat, and we'll call you.
Thank you. 612?
Number 4. Who's got 4? Number 5. Calling 5.
The following is an important message about an exciting new procedure for couples who want to have children.
Hey, man. David Crosby here. Okay, are you couples having trouble conceiving? Then you should visit the David Crosby Fertility Clinic. Ladies, 1 appointment with me, man, and you'll be expecting quicker than you can say the rabbit-o-deed. Did you see the cover of Rolling Stone? I just helped conceive another baby for Melissa Etheridge and her partner, and I didn't even know it. I'm pretty proud of the little tyke. Isn't she a cutie? The David Crosby Fertility Clinic guarantees a 100% success rate, and the procedure is totally natural. No turkey basters with me, man. It's all natural Crosby. Okay, man, here's how it works. The would-be mother pretends to be a groupie, and we get it on, and I send her home in a cab. It's totally natural. And it happens right here at my clinic. Or as I call it, the magic room. Far out. Okay, here are a few of my satisfied customers. And remember, my sperm is a really, really, really fine sperm. Come in, we'll play a tune. You'll have one in the oven soon. Before you know, here comes David Spermatozoa. Swim, 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 swim. We'll make little Crosby.
The David Crosby Fertility Clinic, providing the world with an unlimited supply of little Crosbys.
And now the Scot with a temper that's hot. It's Jock McBile with Get Stuck.
Our healthcare system is dying for lack of cash. Our farmers are broke, but who is the government prepared to give money to? Professional hockey teams. Isn't that putting the cart before the horse's ass? Where was the Ottawa government when we lost the Quebec Nordiques and the Winnipeg Jets? Oh, that was too far to go for the MPs to get their free seats. But Ottawa, that's different. Shall I tell you how the NHL persuaded Jean Chrétien to change his mind? They went to his residence on Sussex Drive, opened the door, and threw in Ty Domi. A Health Canada survey said the Canadians are physically inactive, but they didn't say how many of those worked for the federal government. It also said British Columbians got the most exercise, running in to get out of the rain. And another health fact. People in Prince Edward Island are the least physically active. Well, it's just as well. That's a hell of a small island. You wouldn't want them all jumping up and down at the same time, would you? Did you see Health Minister Alan Rock is going to put pictures on packets of cigarettes of all the things that they can do to you? Pictures of blackened lungs, diseased lips and tongues, swollen hearts. But when it came to impotence, he didn't know which picture to choose. Now, here's a tricky one. A professor of psychology at Cornell has published a paper that says incompetent people don't know they're incompetent. The professor cites as an example the tendency of humor-impaired people to persist in telling jokes that are not funny, and they don't have the skills to recognize it. What the hell does he know anyway? Well, the Queen Mother is 100 years old this year. What a testimony to gin and tonic. But Canada Post is not putting out the commemorative stamp. I suppose you've got to be careful to put royalty on anything where you've got to lick the bottom. In the world of genetics, doctors in a Toronto hospital spliced some genes into a man's heart to encourage the growth of new blood vessels. And in Montreal, they bred 2 goats with the genes from a spider that makes silk, so their milk can be used to make spider silk textiles. Who knows what's next? Combining those 2 operations, inserting spider silk goat genes into a man's heart. You'd not only get an operation that sews itself up, you'd get a goat-like man who's so horny his heart will have to grow new blood vessels to keep up with his sex life. Oh, good stuff.
Hi, I'm Avery Haynes, former CTV Newsnet broadcaster. Now, I was fired for making inappropriate comments which accidentally got aired on national television. Nobody should be allowed to make inappropriate comments unless you're the Prime Minister. I was shocked when dozens of people called Newsnet to complain. Well, shocked not because they were upset, but because I had no idea anyone actually watched Newsnet. Anyway, I publicly apologize. My comments in no way reflect my true feelings about minorities, gays, those with speech impediments, and the disabled. Some of my best friends are black lesbian stutterers in wheelchairs. Meanwhile, I've been the subject of discussion on The Howard Stern Show, The View, countless other talk shows on both sides of the border. In fact, I'm so popular now, CTV wants to rehire me to replace Mike Bullard. I don't blame the network executives for their decision. They're fine people, if you like spineless weasels. But don't you worry about Avery Haines. Many think my career's over, but there's one Canadian who's not afraid to hire me. I'm going to be the opening act for Ashley McIsaac. Now, a word from the Keith Richards Fertility Clinic.
Oh, mate, a bit of all right, eh, what? Poor David Crosby and Melissa Etheridge. Hello, bloody hell. Keith should open his own clinic. What the hell, darling? Pick up a few quid, meet some new birds before you know it. Bob's your uncle, you know. Have a few pints, wham, bam, jumping jack, flash. Hello, hello, hello. Have a right good kid. Start me up, eh, what, darling? I know what you mean. I mean it.
The Keith Richards Fertility Clinic. We don't know what he said either. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, Microsoft Chairman Bill Gates.
Hello and welcome to you, all my future employees. Last week, I stepped down as CEO of Microsoft so I could spend more quality time with my money. And the rumor you heard is true. I've just purchased Montana as a summer home. I've groomed someone to take over for me as chairman of the Microsoft monopoly company. Someone who epitomizes the hip new young generation on the cutting edge of computer technology. Please welcome Microsoft's new chairman, P.J. Nosley.
This is going to be more fun than watching The Phantom Menace in 3D. Or not.
Our first goal is to move Microsoft more heavily into the internet entertainment industry. To this end, I've just purchased the rights to every piece of music ever written. I've combined the resources of Microsoft and music and developed something totally new.
We call it nerd rock.
And here's the debut of our first nerd rock video.
Just a geek at heart and playing the part of an innocent, four-eyed nerd. My computer scores on Monopoly for this greedy bastard. The people all scoffed when I formed Microsoft. Now I'm the richest geek alive. Though I'm so money smart, I'm just a geek at heart. So you can bite my hard drive. 'Cause I have all the money. I'm the richest man, honey. I own everything. Wonderful windows, don't you know? I'm so rich and nerdy. King of Microsoft wordy. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Googly giggly fancy free. So now you want to be like me, 'cause you think I'm so smart. But I'll always be a geek at heart. And I'm really, really, really stinking rich.
Nerd power! Nerd power!
This week on Fox, from the producers of When Animals Attack and When Good Pets Go Bad, comes the newest hit, When Singers Go Insane.
Don't even try to talk. It's the latest method, Mrs. Ruttle, and believe me, it's marvelous. The latest in liposuction. I simply move this lever, and all of your unwanted fat gets sucked out of your body, and you will never, ever have to have your jaw wired shut ever again. Yes, who are you?
I'm Mike from Canmore. Are you Dr. Quack?
Quick.
Do what quick?
No, that's my name. I'm Dr. Quick. Got a pen?
No, I had to lend it to the cop downstairs. They're towing away a Mercedes.
Was it blue?
No, it was green. It was a ballpoint.
Pen? The car.
Oh, the Mercedes, yeah, it was blue.
Blue, oh my God. Stay right here, I'll be right back.
Dr. Quack's clinic? No, he's not here right now. I'm sorry, sir, I can't hear you too good. You're what? You're 486? Wow. Not too many people wear that. Once you wait, if you try to break through diet, you tie your hands behind your back, you get a friend to jam a grapefruit in your mouth and you leave it. Or you could try the drive-through diet. Okay, so you only eat the drive-throughs, and when you get to the speaker with the lady asks you what you want to order, you put your hands over your ears and drive off. It works every time. I'm telling you, it's just great. Okay, I'll go about the practice.
$300? Oh my God! What have you done to Mrs. Russell?
What's she here for?
She's here for liposuction to lose weight.
Well, by the look of you, lady, you didn't come in a moment too soon.